Good morning, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us with our delayed start this morning. I know a lot of you have had very long, difficult journeys to get here, so we thought it was worth pushing back. We didn't want our speakers presenting to a half-empty room, so thanks for bearing with us. I'm James Dymond, I'm the chair of the Midlands Parks Forum, and in my day job I'm the director at the Bradgate Park Trust in Leicestershire. So welcome to you all today to the annual Midlands Parks Forum conference and to Derby. Just to do some of the boring housekeeping bits first. So if you haven't found them yet, the toilets are in the foyer where you came in, just on the left-hand side as you go out. If the fire alarm goes out, first fire exit is here, I believe, and there's further fire exits on that side of the room. And the meeting point is on the lawn to the left of the building as you look out the main doors. Please do use your social media contacts for accounts for sharing today's conference and the speakers, but please do keep them on silent during the day. And other than that, I think there was mention around car parking, but I believe there's no need for you to have registered your car today, so that makes life easier. So just to think back to it doesn't seem like a year ago since we were at the National Memorial Arboretum for our last conference, but it's been a very, very busy year for the Midlands Parks Forum. We've had our usual webinars and site visits. We've been across to Charnwood, Nottinghamshire, Roslyston, Malvern and Birmingham this year, and a big thank you to all of our members who have hosted visits and also webinars during the year. But we've got a really exciting conference for you today. We've got speakers from the Tree Council, from Spenbeck, Warwickshire Wildlife Trust, the National Trust, Sport England and LUC Consultants. So a real good mix and variety across the day. I'd also like to thank our sponsors. So outside in the foyer we have Active Exchange, Hargs, Compan, Natsol, Niche, NS Print, Outdoor Play UK, Preludic and Wicksteed. So please do take time to visit them and have a chat and look at their products during the coffee break and at lunchtime as well. But before we move on to the conference, two further bits I'd just like to mention this morning. So when we first formed the Midlands Parks Forum by bringing the East and West together back in 2019, there was one particular person who was really key to all that, and that's Liz. Now she's at the back now, I'm going to get very embarrassed I think. But without Liz's hard work, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be the independent charity we've become and done all the great work we have acting as a network and a voice for all of you. Liz was a key part of the West Midlands Parks Forum for many years and instrumental, as I said, in joining with the East Midlands. She has been our chair for the last 6 years, from 2019 all the way until this summer when I took that post. And she is still actively working as one of our trustees, supporting us, mentoring and working very closely with Alison, our partnership manager. And also now mentoring as part of the Women in Horticulture project. So I'd like Liz to come to the front and I'd like us all to give her a round of applause and thank you for her hard work. So Liz, on behalf of the rest of the trustee board, thank you very much for your time as chair and driving the forum forward.
Thank you. That's lovely.
You don't have to say anything, but you're welcome to.
Just thank you everybody for all your support over the years, and you're not getting rid of me because I will be here for many years to come as a volunteer.
One more piece of news then before we begin. I said earlier what a busy year it's been for the forum, and I'm thrilled to announce today, and you are the first people to hear this, that it's going to be even busier next year as we announce that we've got fantastic news around a recent Heritage Lottery Fund grant that we've received. So rather than talk about it, I'm going to talk about it on film as a couple of the other trustees. I'm going to play this short film for you and tell you about the project we're going to be launching next year for the Midlands Parks Forum, thanks to lottery funding. And then Tom from the National Lottery Heritage Fund is just going to say a few words as well. The Midlands Parks Forum is committed to supporting best practice in parks and green space. We support, connect and engage with a wide range of green space practitioners through collaborations, partnerships and engagement with industry leaders to support our members who manage parks, gardens, nature reserves and heritage green spaces across the Midlands region and beyond. We're really excited to announce the launch of the Green Heritage Future Leaders Programme. This will take the support we offer to a new level. Thanks to a grant from the National Lottery Heritage Fund, the Forum will be delivering a project of almost £225,000. We already bring together green space networks in the Midlands, This funding will allow us to bring together training partners and green space sector experts to develop a bespoke training programme for a cohort of practitioners who will develop their skills as aspiring green space leaders.
As many reports have shown, there's a severe national skills shortage in green space management, whilst at the same time we're faced with the urgency of tackling the climate crisis. There are a vast number of skills and competencies required as a green space manager, and individuals don't always know what skills they need throughout their career. So this funding will enable us to build on all the skills that we know green space individuals need to create a new range of training resources. We'll collaborate with some of the Midlands' leading horticulture and heritage experts to share best practice in Midlands' premier parks and gardens, as well as using digital resources to enhance learning. The development of this training programme will not only enable individuals to become accomplished in the full range of skills required to manage public spaces, for example, protected landscapes, stewardship, biodiversity, horticulture and community engagement, but learners will also work together as a team on leadership and management skills and be offered mentoring throughout the programme and beyond the lifetime of the project. These skills are integral to our aims as a charity, and we're confident that this programme will build capacity in the green space sector, providing future leaders with the Green's heritage skills to recognise, manage, sustain and improve green heritage assets.
The funding will also build capacity and strengthen Midlands Parks Forum's sustainability through improved IT infrastructure, training staff in the heritage sector and developing a heritage steering group. We also want to reach more parks professionals in the East and West Midlands who we know can benefit from our support. As one of only 3 network organisations offering this service to parks professionals in the UK, we are thrilled with our Heritage Fund grant and excited to launch our project fully in spring 2026.
Good morning, everybody. As James introduced me, my name is Tom Taylor and I'm an investment manager at the National Lottery Heritage Fund. I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of the National Lottery Heritage Fund to celebrate with the Midlands Parks Forum as they announce their Green Heritage Future Leaders programme. Thanks to funds raised by National Lottery players, we are proud to support the programme with a grant of over £208,000. This training programme addresses urgent green space management skills and will benefit both people and nature. There are currently over 36,000 hectares of publicly owned green spaces in the Midlands. Through their application to the Heritage Fund, the Midlands Parks Forum highlighted that over 103 parks and publicly owned gardens are currently at risk due to depleting capacity and skill shortages. Nearly a decade on from the State of UK Public Parks report, many local authorities and the wider nature sector continues to struggle to maintain green spaces due to the lack of resources and skills proficiency. The opportunities and challenges are now greater than in 2016, with the need to address these issues imperative to save the UK's natural heritage. The National Lottery Heritage Fund is the largest funder of the UK's heritage. We believe in the power of heritage to ignite the imagination, offer joy and inspiration, and to build pride in place and connection to the past. Since 1994, we have awarded over £2.2 billion of National Lottery and other funding to 5,100 land, nature and biodiversity projects across the UK. It's a great privilege in my role as an investment manager to come to events such as this one today, to understand the positive and lasting change National Lottery funding makes for communities and nature across the UK. One of the Heritage Fund's 4 investment principles, which guide our decision making, is protecting the environment. We want to support natural heritage and environmentally sustainable projects to help the UK meet its natural recovery targets and mitigate the impact of climate change on heritage. We know the raft of benefits that come when people form hands-on connections with nature. Excellent work in the nature and environment sector requires professionals to be equipped with the right skills and knowledge to manage green spaces in the best way. This is why Midlands Parks Forum's Green Heritage Future Leaders programme is so crucial. Cohorts benefit from training and share their expertise with others. We hope to see parks and green spaces benefiting across the region, as well as the people and biodiversity they serve. This programme seeks to tackle the severe national shortage of green space management skills, ensuring the sector has the best practice, knowledge and skills to care for parks, gardens and nature reserves as we respond to the climate crisis. Aligned with Heritage 2033 principles, this project reflects our strategic priorities: saving heritage, protecting the environment, inclusion, access and participation, and building organisational sustainability. The programme not only protects heritage, but also equips professionals to lead sustainable, climate-conscious management of green spaces for generations to come. By training new leaders, the programme will strengthen local capacity, boost pride in place, and connect communities with their green heritage, delivering long-term benefits for people and landscapes across the Midlands. All of this is made possible because of National Lottery players. Thanks to them, the Heritage Fund can help make positive and lasting change for the communities that we live in. Every week, National Lottery players raise over £30 million for good causes across the UK. Congratulations to everybody who has been part of this collaborative effort. I look forward to seeing the first cohort join this training programme and working with the Midlands Parks Forum on this project. Thank you.
So if our future programme sounds like something you're interested in, please give us a shout, but also watch this space. We'll be announcing more in the new year. One of the things the grant has also enabled us to do is to take on a new member of staff who's here with us today. And Lauren, if you give us a wave from the back. Lauren will be leading on the project, and the new training programme will run alongside our existing learning members throughout 2026, which Alison is currently finalising. So you'll see for a while two faces of the Midlands Parks Forum in both Lauren and Alison. So we welcome her to the team from next month. So without further ado, we'll move on to our speakers for today. And I'd like to first of all to welcome Councillor Swan, who is the Cabinet Member for Climate Change, Transport, Sustainability from Derby City Council.